From YouTube, Silver Lotus Girl asked us, which material for a kilted skirt is the best for machine washing and, perhaps more importantly, being flattering for a more rubenesque figure?
What material?
What material
Okay.
is going to be a better option given those two factors?
I kind of go different directions. The a nice softer drape in some ways could be good. So, whether it's 11 ounce or polyviscose fabric could be better in certain ways. If you're wearing something that you want to be more form-fitting, maybe something a little bit softer. If you're wearing something that's a little bit more structure to the garment, maybe a 13 ounce cloth. So if you had like a midi kilt or maxi kilt, something a little more A-line. When we talked to the girls in the shop, we got a little bit of research. We wanted to have the female perspective on the question as well. So I know Emma and Susie both said that, an A-line shape or something that kind of brings it away from the body a little bit and kind of has a little bit more structure could feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
What
feel
else?
better or look better? Or was
Look
it
better.
Both?
Excuse.
Yeah, look better.
Both. But
Okay.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I just am remembering what they said, and
Yeah.
the fact that sometimes the heavier fabric can give you a better kind of a tucking you in, kind of a corsetry kind of effect. So if you want a smoothing effect, I think they had said that the wool was better for that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is that factor. If you're looking for like a control top kilt, then that would be one thing to keep in mind. But
Yeah.
I think that the machine washability is a good thing, but I don't think it should be the paramount concern. I think that let your budget and your aesthetic be your guide first. I think the wool is definitely going to be better generally for a rubenesque figure, but it is, again, that's the cut of the garment itself that's going to be the real deciding factor. A lot of people get afraid of wool garments because they're worried about specialty cleaning situations and stuff, when actually tartan cloth is actually pretty hard wearing, even the lighter stuff, relatively stain resistant, and in a pinch you could machine wash it, but honestly, if you have to dry clean it once in a while, it's not the end of the world. So I wouldn't let making sure it's machine washable be the most important factor in deciding what you want or what you want to buy. Does that make sense?
Yes, I would add the asterisk to the machine washing of either having a machine that can do wool washing where it's not agitating.
Yeah, I don't really recommend it.
And
but
wet washing, I would say yes. Machine washing, unless you know what you're doing, don't risk it. But yeah, the fabric is less of a concern, or machine washability is less of a concern than the cut of the garment.
Yeah.
If you're concerned about how you are portrayed, how you look physically, and you don't want to worry, you don't want to have something that's form fitting, then a maxi kilt or something with a little bit more of an A-line shape, a little bit more structure to it, would be the direction I would lean, versus something that's more form fitting, like a kilted skirt or something that's going to kind of hug the curves a little bit.
Yeah. I think that's probably the best.
Yeah, and
best way to play it.
I'm essentially echoing what Emma and Susie said in that as well. So we're all kind of on the same page, and Max back there kind of shaking his head at it as well.
Funny thing, that's why we came out with them, because they gave us input that they thought what we now call the midi and maxi designs actually have a more flattering and more broadly appealing shape for most gals out there, as opposed to a kilted skirt. It's like they have a nice flow. So.
Yep. A little bit more material, a little more depth to the pleats so they can move a little bit more, versus a traditional kilted skirt, which is shallower pleats and kind of tends to hug the form a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Hope
there
that
you
helps.
Go. Hey, thank you for watching. Now, when it comes to fashion, the devil is always in the details, right? And especially with sizing, and especially with women's clothing. That is why we are proud to offer some rather unique options for the ladies, and is probably the best custom fitted skirt you will ever get for the money. So I would encourage you to please visit us at usakilts.com, or if you want advice directly, you can call us or email sales@usakilts.com, and we have people who have done this for years who will be happy to give you their best advice on what will work best for your style.